I suppose winning the Super Bowl is the kind of thing that would make most people happy. I mean, if you're a professional football player, it definitely doesn't get much better than standing on that little stage they build at center field, surrounded by your team and family, and hearing thousands of people cheer as you hold the trophy over your head. It's the thing you work for all your life, so you might think that attaining it would be the key to happiness. Except, happiness isn't usually about what we think it's about. That's because we think of happiness as what happens when we get all the things we want in life. The more you have, the happier you'll be, right? It's hard to think of someone who has more going right for them right now than Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. Not only did he recently win his third Super Bowl earlier this year, but he's also dating the most famous person on the planet, Taylor Swift, and the two seem very happy together. In fact, Kelce and Swift are recently back from a vacation to the Bahamas while he enjoys a little time away from football during the off-season, and Swift is on a brief break from her record-breaking world tour. "I'm the happiest I've ever been," Kelce told People magazine in an interview this week. "I'm a guy that some people say is glass half full, half empty, and my glass is all the way full. It's all the way full." On the subject of happiness, I think there's a line that runs directly from the first part of that quote to the last. Kelce says he's the happiest he's ever been, and probably most people would agree he has plenty of reasons to be happy. Maybe the Super Bowl ring, or the new girlfriend, or any of the other things that appear to be going right. But I think there's something else. I think Kelce highlights a lesson we could all learn. Happiness isn't about circumstances, it's about perspective. Let that sink in for a minute. If you find happiness based on your circumstances, there's a good chance you'll end up disappointed time and time again. If you wait for life to be perfect before you're happy, that time will never come. Also, you don't get to control whether life is perfect. Who wants to leave their happiness in the hands of external circumstances outside of their control? On the other hand, you do get to decide how you think about your life and the circumstances you experience. You get to choose your perspective. The point of the analogy of the glass is that the way you feel is all about how you look at it. Some people see a glass as half empty. Some see it as half full. That might make you a pessimist or an optimist, but there are just as many people who look at a glass that's overflowing and still see it lacking something. For Kelce, it's not about whether the proverbial glass has a lot in it, it's that when he looks at everything in his life, he feels full. "I'm losing life right now," adds Kelce. "It doesn't feel like there's much chill in my life. Everything seems to be full throttle and just moving at the speed of light, and that's how I kind of like it." Think about that for a minute because it might be the most important thing you hear all day. Everyone wants to be happy, but very few people consider what might actually make them happy. Usually, it's not winning more games or collecting more trophies. It almost always has a lot more to do with how you look at your life.